plant, does anyone see this plant on the cover right here? This is garlic mustard. Garlic mustard is becoming a very bad invasive. Mostly what we're talking about on this little field trip jaunt is our invasive plants. Invasive plants are plants that come in usually from someplace else. They're not native, they're not natural here, and they become a problem. Mostly invasive plants become a problem because they compete with other stuff that's already here. They compete with the native flora and they have an influence on the native fauna as a result too. Garlic mustard is an interesting plant. It was brought over in 1860. It came in 1860 from Europe. It's native to Europe and to Asia and to Scandinavian countries. And it was brought over because it was used for food. You could actually make a salad out of the young. When they leaves first come out of the ground, you can make a salad out of them. It has a garlicky taste. It produces a seed that's used in France for seasoning pesto, sauces, vegetable dishes, all kinds of things. But now it's become a real problem. One of the things it does, in the soil there's these things called mycorrhiza. In the soil they're like fungi. And what they do is they help other plants absorb nitrogen. Nitrogen is necessary for all kinds of plants, for trees. And what the garlic mustard does is the garlic mustard actually destroys the mycorrhiza that are in the soil. And that gives it an advantage over other plants. And one of the things it's competing with in this area is actually it's competing with another plant that's on your cover called Mayapple. There's some places where there was pure Mayapple and now the garlic mustard is coming in and Mayapple is disappearing. So it's becoming a problem and it's becoming very, very widespread. I'm sure if you keep your eyes open you'll see it even around your house or something. And if you do, it's probably good to get rid of it and try to dig it up and get rid of it so that it doesn't become so thick that it kills everything else. Because when it competes with other things, then those other plants can't do what they intend, what their purpose is. And everything in nature, everything has a purpose. You know, everything has ramifications. Everything is good or bad. For instance, this tree over here is this is a black cherry. This is one of our most valuable species. It produces a really nice little tiny cherry which a lot of wildlife feed on. Bears feed on it, all kinds of songbird species. Deer will eat the cherries. But it's in our most valuable hardwood we have now too in terms of lumber. Like Corinne said, I was a forester. So we would try to work with cherry all the time. We try to help cherry out because it's good for wildlife and it's also very valuable in terms of its timber value. So we worked a lot with cherry. This is a wild plant that is called Impatiens, and this is valuable because of, well, if you come right down here I'll show you poison ivy.